It is time for the Monday Mirages. Over the course of the weekend and last week, some things happened. Are they real? I mean, it'll happen again. Get used to it. Or are they simply mirages? Guys?
Real or mirage? Ben McAdoo should have been fired mid-season by the New York Giants.
That's real, man. He should have been fired before he screwed up the streak. He should have been fired. I don't know. It's hard to say. You know me. I hate calling for people's jobs, but it just seems so clear that he was pedestrian at best and not very good at all. So I'll go real. He should have been fired sooner than he was.
If I was ever going to be let go by a place of employment and the boss said, look, we're probably going to fire you in 3 months, probably going to fire you in 2 months, good, then just fire me now. Like, let's not waste our time. Let's move on. Let's do something different. Let's have that happen. This feels a little different, though, because what's the positives of firing Ben McAdoo right now? Is it you're hoping that season ticket holders don't come back in the sense that, oh, McAdoo's still around, I'm not renewing my tickets? You did this to Eli Manning. You're fixing the wrong as soon as possible. If that's the case, it's a great answer. Like, let that be the answer. Because
get yourself a fall guy.
Fine. If that's your answer, cool. But if you're just saying we're doing it to do it, well, you're not going to get anything done in the next 7 weeks. Everybody's going to probably find their head coaches around January 1st, the ones who want new ones. Then if you want a coach who's a part of the playoff roster, they're not going to leave their team until however far they go, mid-January, late January. So you're not getting a new staff in for a while. But if it's about fans and how they reacted, cool. And that's your answer. So mid-season?
It's a little bit of a cheap shot.
Real. I'll go real. A long answer to real. Now I'll go to the next one. The New York Giants are better off without GM Jerry Reese.
I think that's true. I mean, Jerry Reese, under his helm, they won 2 Super Bowls. Mind you, the first year was his first year. I watched him whiff more than I saw him hit. And I think that when you go into this season and you don't do much of anything to bolster that offensive line, you don't bring in D'Angelo Williams. D'Angelo Williams is wrestling instead of running the football for the Giants. Like,
that's true, yeah.
Like that's, I mean, right there is a good reason to let your GM go, in my opinion. So I'll go real.
Real again. Jerry Reese's decisions, you can run through the drafts that he's had before. He hasn't been able to bring in great talent to the Giants, and even the Super Bowl teams that won. Those were wild card teams. Let's not act like the New York Giants have all of a sudden been dominating the world of the NFL over these years, thanks in large part to Jerry Reese. That's just not the case. That's just not what's been happening for the Giants over the course of that time. So, real. Find somebody else who can do it. I'll say this, though, Giants fans, be prepared. You've cleared house here with no head coach, no GM. Is that next GM going to be like Brandon Beane in Buffalo? Is he going to tell John Mayer, look, we're rebuilding? Carson Wentz is in his second year, might win the MVP. Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott, we don't have rookies like that. The Washington Redskins, we don't know what they're going to do with their quarterback position. We have to start building for the future no matter how it takes so we can keep pace with these teams in the NFC East for not just 2018, but for years to come. And that goes to this one. Another New York team. Real or mirage, Aaron Boone is the right choice for the New York Yankees manager job.
Oh, okay. All right. You ready for this? It's taken me all weekend. I'm going to say real. And I'm going to say real because of the following reasons. You need a guy who can handle the media even when he is going to be answering for things that weren't his decision. He is going to have to go out there and look us dead in the eye and say, no, it was my idea to pull him after 5 innings. No, I absolutely meant to do that. No, that was my plan. Yes, I wanted to lead off Aaron Judge because that's what Cashman's going to want, is do what I say and then keep everybody away from me so I can keep working. So he is the right guy for this Yankees team. That's real.
For me, it's still mirage. It's mirage, and it went back to the first theme I had way back when. All I wanted was one manager who's managed a baseball team before. You want to get somebody who's managing a minor league team, the double A, the single A, whoever. College baseball, somebody who's done it before. And I get he's a player, he's been in the dugout before and all of that, but this isn't the time to learn on the job, man. You're talking about a New York Yankee team who is still young, who is one win away from the World Series, that goes into a competitive AL East. It's nothing personal against Aaron Boone. It's more about what his resume looks like right now. And I'll tell you this, I don't know if I can tell you, yes, Aaron Boone's going to make the right call in this game, in this decision, in the 7th and 8th I knew Girardi would make some good calls and bad calls. I think Joe Girardi did everything he could to put all the research together and figure out the way to make a move. It's Mirage for me. I got to ask you this question. It's going to come off as a bit mean, but I don't want it to come off mean. Is there anybody Brian Cashman could have hired that you wouldn't have liked?
A-Rod.
Okay.
Yeah, A-Rod was for the biggest part.
Because I don't think you're any different than Yankee fans in the sense that Cashman's given you so many reasons to trust him. You have to trust him, even if you don't initially believe that the move might be your favorite.
It's one of those things where I'm going to sit here and literally it took me all weekend to talk myself into it. Now I like it, and when he screws up, I'm either going to think, wow, I can't believe you let yourself get talked into liking that. Or when he's really good, I'm going to be like, ha-ha, I told you so. So, it's time will tell. Stranger things have worked. It's all on Cashman, and in Cashman I trust.
The next one, Real or Mirage, the college football top 4 playoff. The committee got it right.
Real, they got it right, but I don't like it. It's boring. I wanted Ohio State. I wanted USC. I wanted Clemson, Oklahoma, Ohio State, and USC because I knew that would the SEC people would just heads explode.
You sound like
Bama's not in.
You sound like that one teacher who wanted the student to fail the test.
Can't believe he passed it.
No. You want to see the teacher, the kids fail the test, but have like the most creative answers possible. Smiley faces, really goofy answers. Oh,
great! You read the book. Good for you. Way to have no imagination, little Johnny.
Lie about the whole paper. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's see what you think actually happened.
Have you heard of Cliff Notes, you nerd? No, I don't know. This isn't boring.
If it was top 2 teams, like the old BCS style, we would have had that today. People flipping out. Why is Clemson in over Alabama or Georgia or Oklahoma? We would have had the old top 2, way back college football days. There wasn't even the top 2. But the answer to the question, did they get it right? The answer is real. The discussion was between Ohio State and Alabama literally last season. Ohio State did not play in their conference title game with 1 loss and got in. Now it's the same situation the following year with Alabama. And people are wondering if Alabama should get in or not. Of course they should. Yes, they got it right. Real. I'm glad they got it right. It could have been conspiracy day all day today if they didn't.
Sweet home Alabama.
Next one, Real or Mirage from this past weekend. The New York Jets win over the Kansas City Chiefs was the best win of the season for the team.
I'm going to go. Geez, that's a tough one. I'm trying to remember all the wins now, which is odd to say all with the Jets. And
you brought that up. We thought it was going to be just one. One win of the season was the best. I'll answer first if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to go Real. I don't know how you could have had a better win this season for the Jets. They had Robbie Anderson, Jermaine Kearse go over 100 yards. Josh McCown of the offense looked good. The thing could have helped a bit is if there were more fans at the game, but beggars can't be choosers. Real. Good win for the Chiefs, a first-place team in the AFC West, although they continue to lose games. Best win of the season for the New York Jets was this past Sunday.
I'm going to say Mirage. The beating they put on the Bills, they looked like a more complete team to me in that one. The Chiefs had to make a lot of mistakes in this game for the Jets to take it, and they did, and they took advantage of it, which is, a sign of a team on the rise or a good team. The win over the Bills. In division, the New York team everybody was talking about, the Bills haven't really been the same since the Jets beat them. So I'll go the Jets-Bills game and Mirage to you, sir.
Interesting you bring up the Bills because that's the next one here. I feel like of any question during Monday Mirages of the year 2017, this may now be in the lead. Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor has a bruised patella tendon. He is day-to-day in his left knee. His status for Buffalo's game next Sunday against Indianapolis is uncertain right now. Real or Mirage? The Bills' injury to Tyrod Taylor will determine their playoff fate.
It seems pretty real, man. I like Nathan Peterman. He throws a lot of completions. Sadly, the wrong team. The defense seems to be more comfortable with Tyrod out there. The offense seems to function at a higher level with Tyrod out there. Real, if he's not out there, I don't think they do it.
And man, this schedule set up so well for Buffalo. A Colts team that stinks. They can beat that game. They can win, go to 7-6. The Dolphins in 2 of their last 3 games. The Dolphins aren't great, although they looked good against Denver, but I think Denver helped them out a bit. And then you get New England on Christmas Eve, but New England in that game is coming off a matchup against Pittsburgh. So how much did Pittsburgh beat up New England in that fight? It all lined up, but the answer is real. The playoffs hinge on Tyrod Taylor. I can't see Nathan Peterman going out and winning games. I can't see anybody else on that team doing it. As much as some Bills fans can't stand Tyrod Taylor, you want to get to the playoffs, you need Tyrod out there. Last one here from Money Mirages. Real Mirage, I don't think you're going to be here down the line, Levack, so I want to get this the big summer movie, but this one's a winter movie. Real Mirage, you will see the new Star Wars installment released in theaters next Friday.
Not Friday. I'll wait till the Force is no longer with the nerds and they all go back to the basements. But I probably will see it. I mean,
Star Wars: The Last Jedi, by the way, is the name of the movie. If anyone cares,
I'm a Star Wars guy, but not to the level of like a Woodsy or whatever. Some of our other the nerds that we've got around here. So I will see it, but it won't be when it first comes out.
Here's what's hurting me about the Star Wars thing. There was the first 3 movies, even though there were 4, 5, 6.
Yes,
and then it was 1, 2, 3. But Star Wars fans didn't like 1, 2, 3.
Correct.
So now they're coming out with more movies.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. But I would feel like Star Wars
and then
fans.
Solo movies, too.
Sure. I feel like they wouldn't like that because it's too much. It's oversell of it. I guess that's not the case. My answer's, by the way, Mirage. I'm not going to see this movie. I've seen 2 Star Wars. I have no intention to go see these other ones.
Woods already has his tickets, by the way.
Great. Like, Woods, do you like these new movies? Are they good? Like
the new ones are better. Listen,
okay.
It's the other ones. It wasn't the whole movie.
What the Misa saying?
It was Jar Jar Binks and some of the other stuff that really turned people off because Jar Jar's so annoying.
What the Misa saying?
And like it was just too cutesy.
All right, that's a good answer. I can't tell if you're right or wrong. I just know
cried
people
during Rogue One. I saw Rogue One. I didn't cry. That's lame.
All right, those are Money Mirages. I don't know if that's true or not, but
he cried during the Rogue One.
You remember the last movie you cried in? Was it Rogue 2? Rogue 3?
No, let me see. It was probably Up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dude, all those animated movies make me cry. I'll admit it I'm not ashamed. Every one of those Pixar movies makes me cry. That lamp comes out and pushes the eye in, and then all of a sudden I'm like, no, here we go. What movie is worse to cry in? Dude, have you seen Up? It's like Up was made just to make kids realize the world sucks. I'm positive of it. Anyone who's seen Up will tell you that. It's the God's honest truth. Have you seen it?
I have not. I heard it's a sad movie.
It's terribly sad. It's horrible. Like they should be. Toy Story 3 is terribly sad too.
I thought Up was kind of overrated. No, I'm serious.
Just have
I really
no
don't like
soul. You just have no soul.
You're figuring that out now?
Oh, you cried during Rogue One, but not Up.
Did you see the end of Rogue One?
Yes,
also,
don't give anything away.
You know, it's kind of weird though. That when I did see Rogue One, it was like a couple days after Carrie Fisher passed away. It's a little bit more sentimental, I must say.
Oh, you're such an idiot.
You know,
any dog movie will make me cry too.
Marley and Me.
I won't watch it.
Can't watch it no more.
I won't watch it.
Watch it once, never watch it again.
What movie made you cry?
I'm trying to think of it right now. I keep thinking of
it's going to be your wedding video.
It's the Syracuse National Championship video they put out after
Melo's last free throw.
Those are some good videos. I can't deny that. No, I'm trying to think. For some reason, Friday Night Lights keeps popping in my head, but I saw that when I was like a senior in high school, so that's a little different.
Mighty Ducks.
If I'm hungover enough, I'll probably just tear up just from sheer depression.
That's a whole movie in and of itself.
No? Nothing?
That's way too sad, man.
God's ashamed.
Should I laugh at your depression?
Well, no, I'm fine now.
Okay,
I'm not hungover. Yeah, no, any of those animated movies. Oh,
Monday Mirage just took a dark turn here.
Yes.
Guys. Sorry.
Yeah, you asked who the last thing I cried for. That and the Raiders in Denver and the Raiders in Houston made me cry too.
And the Tuck Rule.
Somebody's crying in East Rutherford, New Jersey next.